All right. Sorry, that was a lot of setup that still needed to be done. All right, so just finalizing some stuff because I knocked my camera over. Had to do like a last second adjustment there. I think I'd rather be over here a bit. So let's, yeah, do a ooh live streamer simulation first. Then we'll get on to our regular scheduled programming. I was on vacation when this latest event dropped, so I am happy to finally get to it. I will not be able to play it the rest of the week, so we better get it done today. All right, thank you, Umbreon, for hopping in with us. Finally getting going. All right, so on to, let's make sure that number stays nice because it's been ornery with us before. On to the game. As long as I didn't lose my remote when I knocked over the camera. Sounds about right. I can't. Aha! Goodoys. Alright. Close the chat for a second. Let's see how our lighting is. Lighting is good. Alright. Alright. So, oh. Meant to send something else out too here. Ooh. There we go. Now we're ready. Just don't really need that. That was just for my promo reel. So I believe the event actually starts us off in Fontaine. Don't really need Yelan on our team for this right now either. But yeah, I finally got on a new ADHD medication after going without anything for a week. I only took it probably an hour or two ago. I feel much better. Oh my god, that was awful. Never want to go without it again. Just want to change this team back. I don't normally use her. I like her.
We can take a walk by it.
Get my sexy boy Kanich out there. Alright, and we gotta kick off the event. Let's do this. Go to quest. That's okay. It's not, of course it's leeway. I did a quick setup for it earlier. Oh well. And in my head it was Fontaine. I'm like, no, it's the new wharf area, Yelan Wharf. Oh well. Can't change my location now. It's like I know she's a Liyue character, so I thought Fontaine was weird, but in my head I just saw a city and transposed it.
Wait, the person drinking tea over there. Isn't that Yelan? Oh, looks like she's having some kind of tea party with friends. We're just in time. Aren't we gonna go say hi?
Well, Officer Edler, after all that work, I think we've got them this time. Might take a few days to wrap up things in the field. In the meantime, I think you've earned yourself a break.
Much appreciated, Miss Yelan. This case really took it out of me. 13 strongholds. One thieving weasel after another. We rounded up so many people, you almost start to hope a few are innocent, just to balance it out. I'm just glad we finally took down these crooks. Anyway, I'm gonna drop in on that old classmate of mine in Chaoyin Village and reminisce about old times.
Don't forget to take some tea and dim sum back to your friends at the Maison Gardiennage.
Oh, looks like Yelan's friend left. Paimon kinda wanted to meet her.
Ah, another pleasant surprise. Traveler, Paimon, take a seat. Excuse me, a pot of your finest Junlai white tea if you would, and 2 more place settings. Now, judging by that expression, I assume you came over to ask about the 2 spies that were just watching us.
Ah! Spies? What spies? There were spies around here just now?
Oh, more than that, I'm sure. I bet they already sent someone to tail Officer Edler. Anything to foil our operation.
Oh, so you're tracking down some criminals? They've got some nerve spying on you like that. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon.
Well, those tend to be the kinds of cases that cross my desk. If I could leave it to someone else, I would. I could have been on vacation right now. Mora laundering, to the tune of 10 figures and counting.
Laundry? What does that have to do with Mora? And who are these figures? There are 10 of them?
In layman's terms, a certain merchant in Fontaine possesses a large amount of Mora obtained through illicit means. But it's easy to get caught when you're moving that kind of cash. So you cover your tracks, create a front to avoid detection, and what do you know? Your illegal Mora now looks completely legit. And this merchant's front of choice? Fine art and antique auctioneering. He buys goods from all over Tevat, brings them back to Fontaine, and rebrands them as pieces of fine art, driving up their price in the process. Then, when the items go to auction, he buys them up at their inflated price with his own illicit funds. And through this exchange, the proceeds he receives in return are clean. This process allows him to legitimize his illicit wealth. He even launders Mora for other criminals as well, a business which earned him the title the Dark Financier. That's to be expected, I suppose. In Chenyu Vale, you can get your hands on exquisite antiques without breaking the bank. Tea sets, porcelain, jade, statues, all easily marketed as pieces of fine art. Liyue goods being used in illicit underground schemes poses a real threat to our trade standing in the long run. So, instead of getting to enjoy my long-awaited vacation in Fontaine, it's back to work for me.
Okay. Paimon thinks she gets it now. It's like moving Mora from one hand to the other. In other words, just disguising where it originally came from. But if you know what this merchant is up to, shouldn't it be pretty easy to catch him? You go to the auction, wait for him to appear, then nab him right as he goes to purchase his expensive piece of Liyue art.
Not a bad plan, Paimon. But there are too many loose ends. If you were the mastermind behind this whole scheme, would you really expose yourself as the face of the operation?
You'd have a fence buying it for you.
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't want to be seen doing the dirty work. You'd send someone else instead. Like, if Paimon was the bad guy, she'd send the Traveler.
You'd send someone who couldn't be easily tied back to you.
No, wait. Even if Paimon turned bad, the Traveler would never. Paimon would need, like... Oh. Oh! Paimon gets it now. Even if you track down the goods, if this dark financier guy isn't the one doing the buying at the auction, you won't catch him.
It's not just a matter of who's at the auction. You also have to source the goods, transport them back to Fontaine, get them to the auction house, none of which are tasks he performs himself. Tracking down the goods is already complicated enough. They change hands so many times, the trail is almost impossible to follow. So the most logical course of action is to play the long game. You start small. You find someone you can follow behind all the smoke screens, who leads you straight back to the dark financier himself.
Well, wait. So you were just pretending? And to think, Paimon thought all that stuff about wrapping up the case and taking a break was actually true.
Right you are, Traveler. Working with the Millilith and Officer Edler, we managed to launch attacks on all of the Dark Financier's strongholds, which allowed us to nab most of his crew.
Doesn't Edler kind of sound like a old British name, like something you'd hear in a Sherlock novel?
Those spies just now are his most important agents. The two people he trusts to have direct contact with him. The first is Corday, a senior member of the Fontaine Antique Association, in charge of auctioning off the goods. And the other is Dodamani, a ship owner from Sumeru and longtime cargo transporter.
There's my Fontaine connection.
They're under pressure to salvage the situation, so we let them slip through the cracks on purpose. The goal is to make them think that, by some stroke of luck, they're in the clear and have room to act. They think keeping tabs on Officer Edler will allow them to operate under her radar and get whatever remains of their goods out of Liyue. But little do they know, while their attention's fixed on her, I'll be secretly gathering the intel that's gonna bring them crashing down. So, interested in coming along for the ride? I'm curious how you take to this line of work. Could be some potential there.
Yeah, we kind of stumbled into this whole thing, but now we're a part of it too. Let's do it! For Yelan, for the people of Chenyavale, and for, the Liyue business world.
I admire your selflessness, Trap. Let me be the one to look out for your self-interests then. Namely, your payment. How about we do this the Fontainian way? You'll get exactly what a top agent receives for a dangerous field mission. Getting started is always the hardest part, but luckily, I have a lead. The Dark Financier's crew is even more on guard than usual, so our best bet is to do some counter-surveillance to get on the right track. And I think I know just the place to start. Let's head northeast and see if I'm right.
Think we can take the long way this time. I do have a special Digimon tree if I've got the energy after this is done. Hoping I do. Depends on how long this takes, too. God, I didn't feel this good after I took the old medication, Adderall. Vyvanse is legit. Adderall just gave me the jitters.
All right, let's start our investigation here.
So, we can all agree this is just a normal stretch of wilderness, right? Paimon doesn't see any bad guys to nab around here.
Well, it didn't take long for you to understand our role here, Traveler. Thinking like a top agent already. Impressive. Like I said, we need to start small. If we want to track down the man himself, our best bet is to start with his goods. So right now, finding his stock is our #1 priority. And to do that, locating his hidden stronghold is imperative. Which brings us to why we're here. Pretty good vantage point from up here, don't you think?
Huh, guess so. Paimon can see the port of Yelan Wharf, the boats in the distance, and...
It's a lighthouse. The Millilith used it to monitor the situation at sea. In addition, the flashing of the light can also serve as a means of communication. Oh, let's hear it. Not too far off at all. The Millilith maintain an impeccable level of security in Shenyu Vale through consistent patrolling. This location offers a perfect vantage point to observe their lighthouse signals and deduce their patterns of behavior, which is a huge help if you need to move goods under the radar.
It's nice to have the turtle there photobomb us. Yeah, if I used her more, I would pay for it.
So we should be able to find traces of the Dark Financier's scouts in this area.
Oh, okay. Paimon doesn't quite follow, but she'll take...
It's simple. Just take this forensic imaging device and investigate the surrounding area. As long as we're meticulous, I'm positive we'll find something.
You mean a camera?
Well, remember, an eye for detail is key. Clues are often hidden in plain sight. some good finds.
I'm glad it does it, because I was like, at what point am I supposed to, like, trigger the picture?
Whatever door this key opens could be critical to the investigation. And this carrier pigeon tube contains several coded messages.
Huh. So there really is evidence around here. It's like these guys aren't even afraid of getting caught. What if the Millilith noticed them spying and decided to investigate?
These objects suggest the Dark Financier scouts were likely disguised as fishermen. People like that are trained not to crack under pressure. All they'd need to do is come up with a believable excuse, like needing a place to rest. The Millilith can't investigate or apprehend a civilian without probable cause.
We're not supposed to do that in the US either, but turn on the TV and you'll find that's not the case.
Paimon can just see their smug faces getting away with something like that.
Not to mention, the traces on these objects are fresh, which means the scout here is still active, and wasn't among those caught by Officer Edler. So we need to stay vigilant. We can't let them know we're still on their tail. I had a hunch this area was being used as a lookout, and I was right. But that still leaves the question of where the goods are hidden. Any ideas? Spot on again, Traveler. Looks like you don't need anyone to hold your hand when it comes to deductive reasoning. Given a carrier pigeon's speed, the two locations should be close enough to deliver messages quickly. That means the base we're looking for should be within a certain radius, ruling out areas within line of sight of the lighthouse, as well as places with a lot of foot traffic.
That just leaves the shallows to the north of Mount Mingyuan?
That certainly sounds plausible. You have the cover of the mountains, and the advantage of hiding right under the authorities' noses. Well, our next destination is decided then. Let's go.
Alright, I think we'll go ahead and use... Oop. The map. Just trying to use buttons from Wuthering Waves that don't work on Genshin. Oy. I've just been trying to fly through my dailies this past week, so make sure I could hang out with my parents while I was semi-awake from being off my medication. God, I feel so much better.
And nothing out of the ordinary here, either.
I would have streamed on Monday, but I don't think I could have stayed awake for it.
That's right. No detail is too small to investigate. I believe in you.
I can't imagine if I were a woman and I looked as good as her, even, that I'd still have the confidence to wear something so tight and revealing.
All set? All right.
Who knows? Maybe if they looked that good, I wouldn't care what I wore.
Use it to your advantage.
I think a lot of guys look really nice in midriffs, but I would never want to show off my gut that way. But would that confidence change if I didn't have like a beer belly? Ooh, I think that's something. It's like, I feel like it should be picking up like the crate or the broken. Oops. Yeah, I really wish I could justify getting her outfit. But New Valette kind of... He's so OP. There we go. So she had to get it from the right viewing angle. Got it. Yeah, and I felt like the rock had been moved. Yeah, okay. I'm like, I wasn't losing my mind.
This must be it! The secret base where they stashed their goods! Definitely wasn't easy to find.
I need like a shirtless genie version of New Valette. I think that would make me very happy.
Well, well. Looks like you tracked it down in no time at all. I see your potential as a solo field agent, Traveler. Now, time to test out the key we found earlier. Let's see what surprises could be in store. This isn't their home turf, so I doubt they had time to set more traps. I'll take it from here. The last thing we want is to leave traces behind in there. Caution is the name of the game. You two keep a lookout. Make sure no one barges in while I'm in there.
You got it! This is a first for us, but the Traveler can do anything. He's got your back! Good point. Yelan doesn't make mistakes like that.
Alright, that's done. I've noted the features of all the porcelain items, vases, and teas stored here. We need to keep a lookout for these features at the auction and pinpoint the person attempting to purchase the corresponding goods. Then, we can let them lead us to our main target.
Wow! That was fast! You must do that all the time, huh?
Now, we wait. There are countless auctions in Fontaine. We can't possibly monitor them all. Besides, that would be a waste of personnel. I'll continue to conduct surveillance in the area, keep tabs on the situation, and attempt to decipher their coded messages. Once his two lackeys move the goods, we can shift our focus to the upcoming auction. And then, we'll have somewhere to start.
Got it! All we can do now is wait. Wait, and then follow them straight to the guy behind this whole thing so we can give him the old 1-2 punch!
This whole time, Officer Edler has been leading her two stalkers on a wild goose chase around Chaoying village. Once they decide it was all a waste of time, it's her turn to tail them instead. Not to mention our operation has already put them under extreme pressure. We've forced their hand. I doubt they'll last more than 2 days before making a move. So let's meet back up at Yelan Wharf in 2 days.
Oh. I forgot they set it up so it'll do it automatically for you. I like that. I wish it would just jump so you didn't have to, watch the sunrise and fall twice, but...
Well, it's been 2 days. Let's go meet up with Yelan.
Yelan at Yelong Wharf. Try saying that multiple times fast. Yelan Yelong Wharf. Yelan Yelong Wharf.
Well done, you two. Right on time. The day after we infiltrated the storage facility, the Dark Financier's two lackeys, Corday and Dodamani, started moving the goods. See that ship? It's the one Dodamani dispatched to transport the goods. It operates under the guise of a joint passenger and freight vessel.
Whoa! That's one huge boat! Paimon can see all the goods piled up on the pier. Seems like it's transporting quite a few passengers to Lumidus Harbor as well.
Thinking 2 steps ahead? I like it. You're a fast learner. If Corday and Dodamani think the authorities are onto them, it's possible the goods they're sending to Lumidus Harbor are a whole bunch of nothing. Just bait to flush out the law enforcement on their tail. But we need to be careful. Several members of the crew have confessed that a veteran treasure hoarder known as Scamface is involved with the Dark Financier.
Scam face?
As an escaped convict, Scamface is a master of staying hidden. Based on our earlier investigation, it's clear he's the one who's been doing reconnaissance on the Millilith's lighthouse.
I'm guessing scam face sounds scarier or something in Chinese?
I'll circle the area to draw Scamface's attention away from the scene, while you two inspect the goods. Remember to keep a low profile.
Yeah! And Paimon will do her best to... float.
All set? All right, we'll meet back.
I wouldn't say I got that perfectly, but I appreciate their confidence. I do appreciate when video games are a little forgiving. So, anyone see the announcement that PS5 systems are going to cost us more now? It's like... everything is politics now, whether people like it or not. So, in this situation, I just have to go, are we great yet? Because I'm not feeling great.
Okay, so, no fakes. These people are definitely anxious to get their goods to Fontaine all in one go. But did you see the strange markings on some of them? Wonder what they mean.
Good work. As for the auction, Officer Edler was able to gather some useful intel too. We're almost certain their target is the auction taking place at the Hotel de Boer in 2 days.
I'm gonna have to look up that name. I swear that's like a Sherlock character.
The markings you managed to capture were applied with a special kind of paint. Almost impossible to notice without some kind of specialized tech, like the forensic imaging device. I think we're looking at a treasure hoarder insignia. Each big shot in the organization has their own, almost like a personal signature. And considering what we know about the case, I'd wager this is Scamface's handiwork.
Am I thinking of Irene Adler? I think that maybe that's why I'm thinking. So is she gonna betray us? Is her name close enough that that could be a tell? Because we haven't seen her in a while.
Based on the port manifest, it looks like the marked goods include fertilizer from Sumeru, local fireworks, soap, and perfume.
So, nothing special then? Just...
Fertilizer, soap, and perfume. No, there's something going on there.
All of which can be used in explosives.
Might be risky, but I'm gonna investigate on board and hitch a ride to Fontaine while I'm at it.
Yeah! Let's see this thing through! Hyman's gotta know what's going on here.
Well, you've proved yourself so far, so I don't see a problem with that. Just know, once we board the ship, we're bound to come face to face with Corday and Dodamani, so make sure you're prepared. The investigation might look a little different this time.
Excuse me, passengers. Due to limited space in the cargo hold, we've been forced to store some of the goods on the deck. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Ah, please, no need to apologize for your success in business. I just hope it rubs off on the rest of us.
Fair enough.
It looks like all the goods marked with Scamface's insignia have Corday listed as the shipper. Dodamani is in the cargo hold, likely making sure all the goods are in place for delivery.
Are they... inspecting something? Why are they rifling through the boxes?
Here, take this cipher. It should help you figure out their coded messages. This is the plan. While I distract Corday and Dodamani, you two investigate the goods marked with Scamface's insignia. We might learn something useful. By all means, I trust your judgment.
Huh? Wait! You're just gonna go up and talk to those guys? Yelan!
Oh, excuse me, gentlemen, but have we met? You're Mr. Corday, a famous antique collector in the Quartier Lyonnais, correct? I believe the three of us have had the pleasure of meeting once before, at Jiuguan Tea House in Yelan Wharf, if I'm not mistaken.
Huh? You... Ah, the Dice Master of Yenshang Tea House. It's a pleasure, Miss Yelan.
Oh, so you've heard of me too?
Yes, I had an absolutely delectable cup of tea there once. One can hardly leave Yenshang Tea House without hearing about your legendary dice skills. I suppose something keeps bringing us together. A shared love of tea, perhaps?
Yes, that must be it. Well, looks like we ran into each other at the perfect time. I'm heading to Fontaine on vacation, you see. Any recommendations on where I should visit? Someplace I could find an exquisite tea set, perhaps. Like a fine art exhibition, or an auction. I hear Fontainian black tea has a unique flavor. I imagine your tea sets are a sight to behold as well.
You...
Ah, does this gentleman have an interest in tea sets as well?
Of course. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Yelan.
He has absolutely no
I'm
poker
also
face
heading to Fontaine
whatsoever.
for travel. Corday's invitation, you see. In fact, I'm the one who owns this ship.
Yep. Yelan is actually talking to them. Are we sure that's a good idea? Alright, then let's go somewhere out of their line of sight so we can start investigating those boxes. What's with the strong smell coming from these boxes? Must be a bunch of stuff mixed together.
Fertilizer, soap, and fragrances.
There's a strange note, but Paimon can't read what it says. Yelan really thinks of everything, huh? But, you know how to use this thing, right?
Yikes.
Well, what does it say?
Well, I've definitely watched enough crime shows. I was right.
Blowing up the ship? Are they nuts? Paimon thought this was about getting the authorities on their tails, not drawing even more attention. Okay, Yelan was right. This guy is a complete lunatic. There are innocent people on this ship. We need to find and disarm those bombs as soon as possible.
Okay. Do I need to use the camera to find them? Oh, and I can't read a map for shit, so I'm just gonna look for the sparkly things. Well, that only shows 4 of them. Oh, shit. Aha. Of course, if you're trying to sink a ship, he would put them all in the hull. Destroying the mast doesn't do anything.
That's all the bombs on the deck. What about the cargo hold? Do we have enough time?
Already taken care of. Good work, you two. You stayed calm and acted fast.
Yelan! Honestly, it's all thanks to you. It was your idea. Wait a sec. We're at Corday and Donamani.
Recovering from the shock, I would imagine. Suddenly finding out that you're being targeted by a dangerous individual. Well, that must have been quite the ordeal for you, gentlemen. Almost lost your cargo and your lives in one fell swoop.
Indeed. To think such evil exists in this world. I can scarcely imagine what I did to offend this fellow. Resorting to murder like this, it's quite unfathomable.
Well, no need to fear. I'll alert the Maison Gardiennage at once and ask them to send agents to Lumidus Harbor. The two of you are clearly in need of protection. Your cargo will also need to be handed over to the authorities for inspection, Mr. Corday, just to eliminate any remaining hazards. After which, the Maison Gardiennage will escort it all to its intended destination, of course. So, if I may, where are your goods heading, Mr. Corday?
To the Hotel de Bourg for an auction in 2 days.
Ah, then rest assured, the Maison Gardiennage is full of diligent and responsible personnel. You can trust that your goods will arrive at the auction without a scratch.
Our sincerest thanks.
You scared the life out of Paimon, Yelan. Going right up to them like that? What if they caught on and decided to, try something desperate?
Yeah, I think Yelan can take them. I think Paimon's a bit too much of a warrior to follow the traveler around sometimes.
It's not a question of if, Paimon. I'm sure they caught on. But in the interest of their own survival, they had no choice but to play along. Now we can be sure the dark financier is getting desperate. The stint on the ship? That was him trying to cut his losses to save his own skin. He needs to get rid of anything that could be traced back to him. So, you blow up the ship. You send the goods meant for the auction straight to the bottom of the sea, and let Scamface take the heat. The last thing he wanted was for the goods to make it to the auction, but now we've ensured that they will. So he has no choice but to follow through.
No, it's just protocol ruins on the TikTok. I don't run a shop on it. It's just if I share that and you haven't used TikTok before, I get money to use to shop and buy more stuff for the channel.
He could choose not to send one of his agents to the auction and let his goods go to an unsuspecting buyer instead. But remember, their worth is inflated.
And sorry, I have gotten your messages in the past week, but I was on vacation and was changing my ADHD medication and didn't get to fill it until today. So I've been half asleep for the past week.
It would only be a matter of time before the buyer realized the valuation was off and reported it to the authorities. As the seller, Corday would be staring down a potential conviction. At best, the dark financier has to find a new kind of moral laundering scheme. At worst, he loses one of his last reliable agents in Fontaine.
Yeah, I need to do a better job of networking myself. I just been going around on TikTok and trying to chat up various channels.
Exactly. Our trail of evidence remains intact, and we let the buyer at the auction lead us closer to the dark financier.
Okay, so, that means, can we go?
Don't worry. I'm sure the Traveler will explain it again in Paimon-friendly language. We're in the home stretch, and taking advantage of this auction is crucial. So come prepared to see this through. Officer Edler already has an informant stationed at the scene. This invitation letter will get you into the auction.
I gotta imagine that is some high grade leather.
I'll meet you at the Hotel de Boer in 2 days.
And given how much of her is hanging out, I don't think she'd care if her ass was hanging out while she fought someone. Just easier to distract the opponent.
Alright, time to meet back up with Yelan. Our destination? A very important auction at the Hotel de Boer. This is our chance to catch the culprit behind this whole scheme.
Good evening, patrons. Allow me to escort you to the auction.
Oh, Paimon's getting a little nervous. But we gotta keep it together. This is our best chance to catch these guys. Wow, this place is packed. Is every rich person in Fontaine here or something? Oh, wait. The people we're after are hiding here too. It's time to get serious. Paimon knows just the thing. What? It's not like we're rich like the rest of these people. We need a little something to blend in. Besides, if we're here as honest, hard-working detectives, we might as well look the part. Too bad. Paimon doesn't have another. But she'll help you make one once this is all over. An even cooler pair.
Traveler's not allowed to wear any accessories.
Well, you two seem raring to go. Good to see you're not nervous.
Would have been nice if we'd actually gotten like the swimsuit outfit, like when he was hanging in the hot pools in Natlan.
But remember, the key to blending into an event like this is remaining calm and collected. Slow your breathing, tone down the emotion. We don't want to stand out.
Yelan? It is you, right? It must be you.
Well, I am the current owner of the Yenshang Tea House after all, as well as an honored guest at this auction. So, I thought something with more of a Fontainian flair might be nice. A special outfit for a special occasion. Why? Does it look bad?
No. I like the way they highlighted her hair too. It's not all almost all one tone.
No, no, not at all.
All right. Well, let the vacation begin. We have an auction to crash. You two are expert investigators at this point. With us working together, I'd say our chances of success are stacked higher than the cake towers in the Hotel de Boer.
We sure make a great team. But now that we're at the auction, what's our actual game plan?
This time, your mission is simple. Take this dossier and pay attention to the items being auctioned. When the Dark Financier's antiques are up, all you need to do is bid. We want to drive up the price and create a bidding frenzy.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's the main thing I play it for is the story. That and a lot of the characters are really hot.
Wait, so we get to actually take part in the auction?
It takes up a. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, it's a gotcha. I mean, that's how they make their money on it. But it's got a lot of story for something that's otherwise free to play. A lot of lore.
Thoughtless bidding usually leads to a warning, or even disqualification.
And then this is an event that ends in 4 days. It dropped while I was on vacation, and there's a fair amount of story that's just wrapped up in events. I still need to. I didn't play for the first year and a half, so I need to watch people have put together like all the cutscenes from various updates. I need to watch them because there's a lot I don't know or I've missed out on.
But the special account you two will be using during the bidding has no credit limit. So you can drive up the price as high as you want. The more chaos we create, the better.
It's an old trope, but I do like this one in like crime shows and whatnot that they throw in another buyer to upset the fence that was sent in to launder the money.
The Dark Financier knows we're on his tail, so I highly doubt he sent one of his trusted agents here. The buyer's likely someone disposable, a scapegoat of sorts. After the incident with the ship, several buyers registered for the auction at the last minute. They're all wearing special pins, signifying them as tea aficionados. Our target should be among them. And I'm sure he's terrified, because if a different buyer develops an interest in one of their inflated goods and wins the bid, it's game over for both Corday and the Dark Financier. Not to mention the buyer has limited funds at his disposal. The Dark Financier likes to work in small sums at a time, so his scapegoat can't go too overboard with the bidding.
Okay, so complicated stuff aside, the point is, they have a plan, and our goal is to mess it up. If Paimon was in their shoes, that would make her pretty nervous too.
Of course, the hard thing is the game's gone on for so long and the map is so big. Like right now, if you were to start playing it now and you were pulling for two of the Natlan characters, you probably can't get them past level 40. Because you would actually need to find your way all the way over to Natlan to level them up. No, I didn't. I'll check it out, though. What kind of game is it?
There's seating reserved for special guests on the second floor. I'll be up there during the bidding to keep an eye on things. And to see if anyone starts to squirm. One thing going wrong might not be enough to slip him up. But target him again and again, and trust me, he'll feel the heat. Once the auction is over, we'll find somewhere secluded to corner the buyer and have a nice little chat.
Yeah! We're on a winning streak, and we're not about to let up.
Oh, cool. Is it uh, just a battler, kind of like Street Fighter, or is it like you can like a creature capture collection? Goodness sakes, like a monster collecting game too. Wonder, can I do it from just up here with the camera? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, then I'll definitely check it out. Pumpkin. Yes, baby. Mama's home. You can cuddle with her. I've been home all day. Ah, there we go. That's not one. It's kind of weird going from those to playing this, and when I went to show my brother who didn't give a crap, he was like, "Oh, I thought it was going to be like a monster collector." I'm like, "No, it's a people collector." There you are. So I don't know Fate Stay as much. I I liked like Honkai Star Rail. Um, it's just there's just too many games like this out, and by the time they'd come out with it, um, I'm like I was just heavily invested in this, and I'm like, there's only so much, only so many hours in the day. You know, if I can get this to take off, you know, I'll play every game out there if I can. I or at least in that vein, you know. And then it's not only a time
He's acting
sink; it's a
strange.
monetary
Something off with
investment.
his attire. No mistake. That's our guy. His tea aficionado pin is a special color. Most likely to make it easier for Corday to keep tabs on him and the situation as a whole. Which means the two don't know each other well at all. That's something we can use to our advantage.
Well, and then like Crystal of Atlan was supposed to be doing a Digimon crossover event starting tomorrow, but I've only been playing it on the PS5 because I bought their like pre-order thing for it. Well, someone somewhere dropped the ball, and the event's not coming to PS5. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm done playing Crystal of Atlan. You know, you can't put a game out there that's a time sink and a monetary investment and then play games about who gets what content. And I'm like, no. I'm not starting over. I'm not putting money in again on a different server. You know, you lost a lot of people's trust, especially if you've been promoting it for the past month. I'm like, nope. if I can't pick a game or whatever. But I'm like, I don't have a lot of time this week anyway, so.
Wow, I can't believe I won the bid for this antique painted vase. She'll be a wonderful addition to my home decor.
Did you see those tea sets from Chenyu Vale? People were bidding on them left and right. My goodness, those final numbers. Far too high for my pocketbook.
This was not how it was meant to go. Where did those two come from?
Whatever your employer is offering you, the Maison Gardiennage will double it.
You? I don't know what you're talking about.
Is that so? Well, you might be interested to know that this hitman over here is also on a need-to-know basis. If the person wearing the blue pin loses their bid, find somewhere secluded and eliminate them. All he can do is follow orders, I suppose.
Eliminate?
You lucked out, kid. Getting cornered by the law just saved your life.
No, this can't be happening.
How much you want to bet that's just another Mason Gardiennage?
The boss said that even if I got sent to the fortress of Meropide, all I had to do was keep my mouth shut, and he would find a way to get me out.
Oh, sure he would.
And he even paid me $3 million in advance. On that alone, I could get my wife the best medicine, help her hang on for a few more years. But then, one auction goes wrong. Just one. And what? He's afraid I'm gonna talk. So now I'm just collateral damage?
You're risking your life to do this guy's dirty work and pad his pockets with even more cash. Compared to what he's making, what you get in return are nothing but the scraps.
I've got at least 70 people just like you locked up in the Maison Gardiennage. Need them to tell you where this ends?
No need. I'm guessing you're offering me a way out. What do you need me to do, officer?
All you need to do is arrange a meeting with your boss and have a little chat.
My boss, he's extremely careful about that kind of thing. I've only met him 3 times, to pick up the advance, to go over the plan, and to get the funds for the auction. The best I can do is take you to the place I'm supposed to deliver the goods. There's a certain method I can use to get in contact with him in case of emergencies.
Which will he listen to? Because you're supposed to be dead.
All right then. But first, we need to search your home for evidence related to the case.
Phew! Mission accomplished. You managed to get through to him so fast, Yelan. Paimon almost couldn't believe it.
Well, he was already nervous and uncertain. All it took was a sincere negotiation. Once I laid his interests out on the table, it didn't take much for him to realize he stands to gain more with us than his boss. Plus, we had some very convincing performances to help seal the deal. Especially you, officer. You make an excellent hitman.
Well, it's been a while since I've gotten to tap into a villain like that. Thought I could have pushed it a little more, honestly.
Are you kidding? Paimon felt like she was face to face with one of our bad guys of the week.
Well, what's next, Yelan? Want me to go after Corday or Dodamani?
The Sumeru authorities have Dodamani covered. They're just waiting on our signal, and they'll nab him once he makes it back to Beta Harbor. The Millilith are pursuing Scamface, so that just leaves Corday. Tail him, but be sure to keep your distance. You don't want him to tip anyone off.
You got it. I love it when a plan comes together like this.
All right then. We'll reconvene 12 hours from now, when our new double agent will lead us into the Lion's Den.
Drop the A-Team's line, but change it a little bit.
It's time for the dark financier to face the music.
Ooh, goodness. Alright. Pulling up the map for that.
Alright, this is where the boss told me to bring the goods. This area is full of apartments and warehouses for rent. The Maison Gardiennage came through not too long ago to keep trouble off the streets. I guess boss thinks it's safer to operate right under their noses. Now, to arrange an emergency meeting, we need to activate a series of mechanisms to send him a signal. But to tell you the truth, I have no idea how to activate them. The only hint boss gave was that the code had something to do with colors. Maybe he was planning to give me more information after the auction, but that plan fell through, obviously.
Paimon was hoping it would be smooth sailing at this point. But no, of course. There's yet another obstacle. Well, after all the investigating it took us to get this far, figuring out what to do with these mechanisms should be a piece of cake.
If all goes to plan, this should be the last phase of the investigation. It's a shame, I know. But all good things must come to an end.
I was having a lot of fun.
Alright, then let's see those detective skills in action.
Alright. Didn't he have flowers up here too?
Hey, don't forget about the investigation. We shouldn't leave this area.
Oh, chill out.
Hey, don't forget about the investigation. We shouldn't leave this area.
Like, that's the most suspicious looking thing here. Oh, or that. Oops. That went well.
10 points for agility. You
There we
really
go.
are a one-trick pony, you know.
Yeah, there we go. I'm like, there's supposed to be a potted plant up here.
Alright, the mechanisms have been activated. Now, all we have to do is wait for our target to take the bait.
You know what? For some strange reason, Paimon's not...
My dear Monsieur Diderot, Here to make excuses for your complete failure at the auction? Or to fish for a bigger cut? Accidents happen, of course. What I care about is whether you have the spine to deal with the consequences.
So you do believe in consequences. Seems a bit ironic, coming from the likes of you.
Oh? A trap, I presume? I've set a fair share of those myself. I suppose it's about time I stumbled into one set by someone else. No matter. Sometimes you take a chance on someone who turns out to be a disappointment. It's happened before. It's not easy to earn the dark financier Rovere Pelliccia's respect, but I must say, you three detectives are a force to be reckoned with. I suppose congratulations are in order. 6 months of planning and execution was all it took to take down a Mora laundering organization decades in the making. I have to hand it to the Fontaine and Liyue authorities. Your operation really has been a roaring success.
Why is the Dark Financier so polite? Not the kind of crime boss Paimon was expecting.
Oh, do be serious. You thought you'd corner me, and then what? I just surrender?
If you want to do this the easy way, then yes.
For 2 months, I've watched you and Officer Edler dismantle my organization piece by piece as you cut off my limbs, gouged out my eyes, deafened my ears. I was helpless to stop it.
So you're planning on taking us down with you, is that it? Never heard that one before.
My livelihood is in tatters, Agent Yelan. Hundreds I had working under me, hundreds. And now, they're either locked up or useless. Corday is the only one who still has some value. My Mora laundering days are over. We both know that. And considering how your operation's been progressing, it was only a matter of time before you locked on to me. I'm usually one to quit while I'm ahead, but you see, there's only so much a man can lose before he starts to get rather angry. So, Agent Yelan, even if the only score I get to settle here today is ending your precious life, well, that's a high I'll ride straight to the bank.
So you bought 4 mechs that I destroy on a regular basis.
Ah! Clockwork Mecha! Paimon takes back what she said! This isn't very polite at all!
An old military model. Bet these go for big bucks on the black market. You two have been a huge help, but this fight is mine. Cause as it so happens, he isn't the only one who has a score to settle here. If he wants to bring on the drama, then I'm more than happy to give him a show.
I was wondering when we'd get to use her.
Gotcha.
Usually this kind of event
Busted.
includes that kind of demo. Especially if they want to sell that outfit.
Game's up. Fun is over. Quietly now. Guts.
Which again, I like her, I just don't use her. Nuvolette kind of has her outclassed.
Here comes the cash.
I think the outfit's worth it, it's just I'm not going to use it, so
Busted.
no point in paying for it.
Unbelievable. You've bested me. Fair and square.
I thought it was going to bring a lot more to the
Any
fight.
last words? Perhaps a bit too dramatic, isn't it? I'd rather not give a soapbox to a piece of scum like you. No, I think I'll say my piece instead. You can pretend to have seen the error of your ways, but it doesn't matter, because you're going to rot in prison for the rest of your life. And every moment of every day you'll be cursing the greed that put you there. Every coin of dirty money that you've pocketed accumulated over the years is just another nail in your coffin, and all you'll be able to do is curl up in the corner of your cell like a dying animal and waste away whatever remains of your pathetic life.
You're not a detective, no. You're some kind of demon.
If you knew what's good for you, you'd have walked away from this fight. But it's too late for that now. After 6 months of hard work, I finally get to tick off the mission accomplished box at the end of the case file.
Like, yes, he had priorly resisted by fighting Yelan. He was not resisting at that point. I know they're supposed to be in France, but that felt very American.
Take this guy back to the court of Fontaine to stand trial. Don't let him try anything.
We have advanced mechs. Do we have handcuffs? No. I'm just gonna knock him unconscious.
With any luck, we'll get to send him off to prison before the day is out. Oh, Miss Yelan, Traveler, Paimon, as a personal thanks for all your help, you deserve half of the bonus I'm getting for this case. I will also request that the Maison Gardiennage extend our utmost thanks to our partners in Liyue.
I appreciate the sentiment, Officer Edler, but that's too kind. I was just doing my job. I can't, in good conscience, accept even a single mora. I'll have to pass up any invitations for banquets or tea tastings as well. If you want to reward someone for going above and beyond during this operation, it should be the Traveler and Paimon.
Wow. Paimon's had her detective cap on for so long, analyzing all those clues and trying to uncover their schemes. Maybe Paimon really does have what it takes to be a real detective.
Well, if you're interested in this line of work, we're heading to the Maison Gardiennage to get a confession out of these guys. Did you want to tag along?
You really mean it? Oh, is that okay, Traveler? Paimon's gonna go with Officer Edler and learn some cool new detective skills! Alright!
Well, both our lives can get back to normal now, Traveler. After talking about it for so long, I finally have the chance to enjoy a real vacation. Mind humoring me for a bit, Traveler?
Well, and I have another viewer that keeps trying to get me to play Zenless Zone Zero, and I'm like, it's just not enough hours in the day.
What a nice night. Fresh from maritime flowers, fragrant perfume from the shop on the corner, the rich aroma of coffee beans, all blended together in the night breeze. Makes for quite the relaxing atmosphere. If only we were on a rooftop terrace somewhere, enjoying a few glasses of sparkling wine and getting pleasantly tipsy. All right, then let's look for a place to stop. I wonder what special drinks the hidden taverns of this city offer.
There was a time I wouldn't have anyone in the chat if it weren't for those bots.
But first, I wanted to head to the Confrérie of Cabriere before it closes. Mind helping me pick out some perfume to go with this outfit? I also heard about the intricate timepieces, clockwork furnishings, and fine jewelry you can get around here. There should be quite a few souvenirs worth perusing. Well, With the most cultured traveler in all of Teyvat by my side, I should take advantage of this opportunity. I'm counting on you not to steer me wrong.
I've heard it's good. I played very little of it to start out with. Um, and there were parts I liked, there were parts that just didn't quite
This
pull
has
me
been a
in.
nice trip abroad. A very nice trip indeed. I wish I could take my time, maybe extend my stay a few more days. No one likes to be rushed on vacation.
With the time I have, I'd rather play. Goodness, brain just went blank. Definitely, obviously Genshin. I'm so far invested in that. There's no stepping away from it, even if I really wanted to. Um, and then Wuthering Waves, it's a breath of fresh air. Zenless Zone Zero is obviously going to feel a fair amount like Genshin because it's from the same people. So Wuthering Waves is just enough like it while being totally different.
It can't be helped. Duty calls. I still have to write up a formal report on the case and develop a more sophisticated cargo inspection system. Then I'm off to the location of my next assignment, Nodcry.
Ooh.
No, nothing like that. Just meeting an intelligence partner to decide on a mutually beneficial agreement going forward, and to set some boundaries. I'll fill you in later. For now, why don't we take a picture together to commemorate this exciting trip to Fontaine? That's right. After this, I know I can trust you to have my back, Traveler. Or should I say, Agent. I say we put the forensic imaging device to use one last time to take this picture. Perhaps we'll cross paths in Notcry. If so, I hope this collaboration was just the first of many.
Oh, that's pretty. I'm used to doing these bit by bit. I've almost never put off an event to do it all at once. It's just a shame you can't earn her outfit. But it would be worth putting it on if it was free. But okay, cool. I was like, crap, how much time do I have to investigate that one area? I'll have to look up what I actually need for that. There we go. I think Wuthering Waves, I think, one of the big draws for me um, in the game setup alone is just the art style being almost completely different. Um, but then, like, it's a lot more giving. There's a lot more opportunities to earn points for the gacha. Uh, the weapon banner isn't a scam the way it is for Genshin. Um, that you are pulling for that weapon and that weapon alone. There's no 50-50 on the weapon. You get enough pulls, you're getting the weapon. Given how, like, in this game, how Sino works, he's very dependent on you getting his signature weapon and getting it R5'd, which is just a massive money pit if you really want to run Sino. So I really would like Genshin to at least change that aspect of it before Sino runs again. My only problem is that the way they
Mind the side effects.
dictate the draws for it is it's kind of like what happened with Genshin this past year. I mean, what was our last 5-star male character? It's Kenichi.
A bitter pill to swallow. Target acquired.
So, seems like once per full update we might get a new male 5-star in Wuthering Waves. Like, it's kind of absurd. And I'm like, I get it, you know, your bills seem to be paid by, you know, waifu simulator, but some of us are bi, and we want a husbando simulator too. Alright, I do need to take a quick break. I will be right back, hopefully within just a few minutes. So did you end up connecting that to the cell phone?
Yep.
Okay. Try chatting from both a little bit, because I don't think you've typed on the tablet since you got home.
Oh, okay. I swear I did, but I will do it again.
Oh,
I'll make
okay.
sure that I'm...
Was that one that you typed out from the tablet, not the phone?
Yeah, there was one on the phone when I was leaving. The one that you saw.
Yeah.
And then the ripping the crotch out of your pants was on the
Oh,
tablet.
it was on the tablet. Okay, sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry. Nope, I was just trying to be thorough.
Alright. We're back. And it was really satisfying just to collect all that stuff all at once. Alright, I did get a jump start on this quest earlier. Or quest, or the theater. These all suck. Yes, I'm really looking forward to Nodcry. I'm looking forward to all the characters. Definitely going to be pulling for, I believe his name is Flynn. And I cannot wait for Dvalin. Or Durin. Jesus. Help if I'd actually be able to remember his name. I really hope Durin's wings come out.
Cast your worries to the wind.
They showed him with wings after he first got his human form.
With sword comes shadow.
And then in the trailer he's not showing his wings. I'm like, he better at least show him during like an attack or something, his ultimate somewhere. I gotta imagine they're difficult though for making a character with wings and then making use of the glider mechanic. I mean, we've got characters on flying motorcycles now, or guns. I think they can make it work. You know, you can make his wings retractable or whatever, obviously they can. I don't think they surgically remove them.
Turn that frown upside down. Yachan, Taechan. Fire in the hole. Open fire. Bullseye. Locked on. Open fire.
Well, and I couldn't figure out how to delete the bot this time. Like, it's mostly all I've been doing, because I don't know if it's... I feel like sometimes they're legitimate accounts that have been temporarily hacked, or something. But I couldn't get it to delete, so I just went ahead and reported the account.
Locked on. Open fire. Hold on to your hats. Don't blink. Hey.
As much as I would love this channel to blow up, I'm like, I would not want to do something that would cause me to lose my channel in the process. Just doesn't sound smart.
One is fast on one's feet. Tried to keep pace.
I think they're really pushing for me to take Cloud Retainer. Like, trying to keep everyone available towards the end is kind of difficult.
Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered.
Through me, justice is served. Guilty. Your penance is due.
Especially, I've got so many Animo boys left over. That's kind of silly.
Guilty. Nowhere to run. Disappear. Worthless.
That was dumb. I probably should have set off Raiden's abilities first.
Worthless.
Scatter! Skyward! Make way! Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
Your sins weigh upon your soul.
Since she's acting as a battery, so I can make better use of Sino.
You stand condemned. Your penance is due.
Scatter! Skyward! Shine down!
But yeah, I would love to be able to R5 his weapon. One day.
Well played.
Seize the sky! Scatter!
Well, this went well. And that it did not at all. Seemed like it was going okay for a bit. I don't want to get stuck on here all day. I do have a surprise as far as a Digimon game to run after this. I actually have the energy for once, but will I be able to fit it in around dinner? Find out next.
Kamisato art! Sumetsu! Whirling snow! Inazuma shines eternal!
Through me, justice is served. Guilty. Your penance is due. You stand
You
condemned.
get him, Sino. Alright. So this time we're gonna get the Raiden going.
My apologies! Torn to oblivion!
Evil conquering. Here. Come at me again. Your sins
There we
weigh
go.
upon your soul. Nowhere to run.
Kick his ass.
Guilty.
Might have to swap in Cloud Retainer just for some healing instead. We'll take Xiao out. He's not carrying his weight.
That's my...
Damn it, Xiao. So it's like I didn't want to give up Gaming too early. Might have to do... how's this?
Inazuma shines eternal. There is no escape.
Judgment is upon you. Your penance is due. Guilty. Your penance is due. You stay condemned.
Strike clouds converge. Yeah, skyward.
Mighty mythical beast.
Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered.
Surrender.
Yeah, scatter. Shine down.
Your sins weigh upon your soul. Your penance is due. Guilty.
Damn it. Did not line that up right. I think this might be the team though.
You stay condemned.
Inazuma shines eternal. Seize the skies. Yeah, scatter. Skyward.
Many happy returns. Hey, what gives?
Make way for the Adeptus. Yeah, scatter. Scatter.
Up to it, Manzai.
Torn to oblivion. Illusion shattered.
Through me, justice is served. Your penance is due.
Didn't time that one very well.
Stay condemned. Nowhere to run.
Now you shall perish. Yeah, scatter. Skyward. Seize the skies.
Surrender. Judgment is upon you. Your penance is due. Guilty. You stay condemned.
Supposed to just sit there and let me hit you. Right?
Nowhere to run.
Skyward. Scatter. Inazuma shines eternal.
Mighty mythical beast.
Shine down.
Your sins weigh upon your soul.
I might not be able to do this one.
Stay condemned. Your penance is due.
Like... Anyone got any ideas? I'll leave her in there. Give this a shot.
Embrace the ice! Whirling snow! Torn to oblivion! Yeah! Scatter!
Through me, justice is served. You stay condemned. Well played. Guilty. Futile.
Inazuma shines eternal! Yeah! Scatter! Scatter!
Judgment is upon
Ow, I mucked that up. I thought I used Cloud Retainer's healing and I did not.
Make way for the Adeptus! Skyward! Yeah! Take flight! Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered!
Well, I'd really like to get through floor 8. It's kind of the one that they seem to expect you to get through every time. I may or may not be able to finish floor 10.
My apologies! Skyward! Scatter! Kamisato art! Sumetsu! Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down!
futile. Through me, justice is served.
That got better. Sort of. We're not even remotely close, though. Like, what if I try just using Gaming as our damage dealer? Doesn't really have any battery to build him up, but... there's really no hints. It's like, usually it gives you as like, such and such is our preferred.
Skyward! Scatter! Embrace the ice! Torn to oblivion!
Up to it, Manzai!
Well, I feel like a lot of his stuff is
Seize the skies!
Animo based, so it seems silly, but I'm like, I could try Zhao
Inazuma shines eternal!
or the Wanderer. I would just assume he has a resistance to those.
Yeah! Skyward! Take flight! Make way for the...
Up to it, Manzai! Congratulations! Stop it now!
If only the bad guys just listened when you told them to stop hitting you.
Yeah! Scatter! Kamisato art! Sumetsu! My opponent!
Mighty mythical beast! Sorry, pal!
So who says I should try Zhao? I think I'm gonna try Zhao.
Torn to oblivion. Shine down.
I'll do it, Manzai. Disappear. Here. Worthless.
Seems to be doing something. Will it be enough?
Here. Useless.
And he can catch up a little faster, so there's that.
Stray clouds converge. Yeah. Scatter. Stop. There is no escape.
Get out of my way.
Yeah. Scatter. Skyward. Inazuma shines eternal.
Where are you, ass?
Useless. Lament. Worthless. Here. Good. Worthless.
I don't think it'll be enough. Where the hell did he go?
Make way for the Adeptus. Scatter. Stop.
Alley-oop. Mighty mythical beast.
I think we've gotten worse.
Yeah. Scatter. Skyward. Ha. There is no escape.
Like the Raiden. The Raiden has to be of use. She's got a ridiculous amount of elemental mastery. So
Now you shall perish. Shine down. Yeah. Skyward.
That's far enough. Upon the gale. Yeah. Wedge it, vermin.
Seize the skies. Yeah. Scatter. Scatter. Illusion shattered.
May happy return. Congratulations.
Yeah. Skyward. There is no escape.
Bow your head.
dude
Inazuma shines eternal.
does okay.
Shine down. Yeah. Stray clouds converge.
Mighty mythical beast.
There is no escape.
Squall fury. How amusing.
That was a waste.
Scatter. Skyward. Torn to oblivion.
Cry louder.
There's no point in rewinding it. Like, there's no one on the last couple of teams that I think would make any difference to this. Wondering...
Yeah. Scatter. Skyward. Embrace the ice. Inazuma shines eternal. Nowhere to hide. Incoming. Yeah. Scatter. Take flight. Shine down. Hey. With sword comes shadow. the Adeptus. Scatter!
Nowhere to hide. Hey!
There is no escape.
Whirling snow.
Yeah! Skyward! Torn to oblivion! Stray clouds converge!
Take flight. Cut to the chase.
Illusion shot!
Kami Sato art. Sumetsu. Yeah. Yeah. My apologies.
Well, if we don't get it here in a minute, I might just call it enough for today.
Skyward!
Go as planned.
Now you shall perish! There is no escape!
Your sins weigh upon your soul. You stay condemned.
I was like, Sino seems to do the most amount of damage, it just can't finish the job.
Seize the skies! Scatter!
Barbados. Silence.
Torn to oblivion! Shine down!
Judgment is upon you. You stay condemned. Your penance is due. You stay condemned. Guilty.
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish! Scatter! Skyward!
I swear by my sword. Go as planned.
Stray clouds converge!
Insolent.
Nowhere to run. Your sins weigh upon your soul. Your penance is due. Guilty.
Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered! Skyward! Scatter! Skyward! Now you shall perish! There is no escape!
Disappear. Worthless. Here. Worthless.
Scatter!
Barbados.
Illusion seize the skies!
Worthless. Useless.
Here! Evil conquering! Worthless! Here!
So yeah, you can have almost 100% uptime with Zhao by using Jinyan. So that's pretty sweet.
Time to oblivion. Shine down.
Still not getting anywhere.
Skyward. Scatter. Full is flat.
Wind, hear me.
Foreign! Worthless!
God dang it.
Get out of my way!
Yeah. I think we're gonna call it quits on that for now. I am gonna do an extra stream tonight. Whether that's in a few minutes or an hour, I'll have to figure that out. Might be a few minutes if you don't mind me eating on stream. So yeah, see you guys soon. It's gonna be Digimon related. I hope you enjoy it.